Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to share how to build a career as a full stack developer in just 6 months. This sounds like crazy, but yeah, I would like to ensure you this can be possible. And in this video, I will share the routines that you can follow. If you can follow that routine, definitely you will be become a full stack developer in just 6 months. So don't skip this video. Keep watching. So let's jump into that routine. So in month one, what you can do, you can just learn the basics of web development. Like you can learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also what you can do, you can just build a basic static website as a first project, and that website just only contains the HTML and CSS and the recommended resources that you can follow to learn the basics like MDN web docs and free code camp is really helpful. 1 month to what you can do, you can just dive into the front end frameworks. There are lots of front end framework and that frameworks are really amazing. So why this front end frameworks is needed, because if you can write HTML CSS by your own, so you can do it in your pet project. But when you are using the front end frameworks like in the larger scale, web app or any kind of app, and if you would like to implement the front end, you need to choose any one of the front end frameworks. So yeah, so that is the reason you need to learn the front end frameworks very well. So you can learn React.js, Angular, or any modern front end development framework. So yeah, so you can focus on component based architecture, state management like React hooks, and build a dynamic to do list app. Now on month three, what you can do, you can learn the backend fundamentals. So what you can learn server side programming with Node.js, or you can understand the APIs, like how APIs works. APIs basically APIs basically is the middleware to interact from the user interaction to database, and by API you can get the data from the database and can return to the client. So you need to learn the core concept of the APIs, REST, and database integration. And also, again, like when you learn something, you need to apply. Without apply, you may forget. So you need to create a RESTful API for a blog application. And when you create a RESTful API, you can get a good understanding. You can achieve a good understanding about the backend fundamentals. So on month four, what you can target the database management system. You can learn SQL, you can learn NoSQL, and also you can focus on the CRUD operations, database relationships. You need to have a good understanding on the database relationships. Like without knowing SQL or NoSQL, or without proper understanding of the database relationships, like one table to another table, basically it will be difficult to become a full to become a good like to have a good expertise on the backend. So what you can do, you can build a user management system with login and logout features, and you can use Postgres SQL or MySQL, or MongoDB as well. So there are lots of database management tools you can use. Now on month five, what you can do, now this is the time to integrate. Like on month one to month four, you learn the backend and front end, right? Now on month five, this is the time to implement to integrate this front end and backend learning. So you need to combine front end and backend to create a full stack applications, and you can learn tools like Express.js for server side routes, or Exuse or Face for API calls, and you can develop a real time chat app with front end and backend integration. Now on month six, what you can do, you can learn some advanced topics and deployment. Now you are one on the month six, you are now learn how to build a application in front end and back end, like in a combination of front and back end. Now it's time to deploy this application to somewhere, right, in the server. So you need to learn that things like how to deploy application. So what you can learn some advanced topics like authentication, like jot and OAuth, web security best practices, Git for version control, and you can for deployment you can choose platforms like Heroku, Vercel, or AWS. And your final project, deploy fully functional e-commerce application. So you can now focus on to build a e-commerce application full functional and can try to deploy it. So, what key tools and resources you can use? You can use GitHub for version control, and also you can use VS Code editor, and also there are lots of learning materials you can find in online. So tips for success, finally. So you need to stay consistent. You need to code daily, even for 1 to 2 hours, and build real world projects to strengthen your portfolio. And definitely, you need to join the developer communities and to attend meetups and apply for internships for freelance projects. I hope this video will be benefited you, and if you can follow those routines, I can assure you you will be become a full stack developer. So yeah, so that's all for today, and uh, see you on next video. Till then, stay safe.